All right, good day, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Peter, and I'm here to give you your ancestor message for today. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can know when I'm uploaded to the channel. All right, so you guys, man, this energy that you may be experiencing, it may be like up and down for some of you. Others of you are grounding very well, but for those of you that are feeling discouraged, for those of you that are feeling like things were going good at one point, and then it's going backwards, and then it's going good, and then it's going backwards, your ancestors are telling you to keep that faith. All right, you need to keep that faith in them. You need to keep that faith in yourself. They want you to detox, but they're not just talking about detoxing yourself from food. All right, they're talking about detoxing yourself from friends. They're talking about detoxing yourself from certain types of environments that you may find yourself in. They're telling you to detox yourself away from shows that you're watching. They're telling you to detox yourself away from different types of songs that you're listening to, because all that stuff is doing is reprogramming you, and it's undoing everything that you're trying to do. All right, it's like a counterproductive thing. You're on this spiritual journey. You're trying to release toxic energies. You're trying to release somebody that you was in a relationship with. You're trying to release friends that no longer serve you. You're trying to release from other things, and guess what? All you're doing when you go into those environments, when you listen to those songs, when you watch those television shows, you're reactivating the things that you have tried to deactivate. So your ancestors are wanting you to detox, okay? Your ancestors are also wanting you to not only just detox away from those things, right? They're not only just wanting you to detox away from those things, but they're also wanting you to, reform the way that you speak to yourself, and reform the way that you allow others to speak to you, because all of that is a form of programming, and all of that is a form of activation. And so if you only hear negativity, if you're only in negative environments, if you're only allowing people to talk negatively to you, or you talking negatively to yourself, then guess what? You find yourself feeling down in the dumps. If you tell yourself that you're depressed, then you become depressed. A lot of these things that we do to ourselves, your ancestors are saying, like, you're not paying attention that you're doing it because they used to do it themselves. All right. Like, say, for example, if you went and got the flu vaccine, most times people say, oh, if I get the flu vaccine, I'm going to get sick, so I'm not going to get the flu vaccine, But then but the ones that do get in and say that, they end up getting the actual flu. And it's because they had programmed their minds that they had the flu. Same with if somebody was wanted to be pregnant so bad, right? And then they'll start emulating the pregnancy symptoms, and then come to find out they're not pregnant, because the mind is that powerful. The mind don't know if you for real or not. All right, the mind just know what you tell it. And if you telling your mind certain things, then guess what? Your mind gonna program you to feel that experience. So if you're telling yourself you're never gonna amount to anything, then guess what? You're not going to amount to it, because your mind is trying to take you out because of the things that you're telling it. If you're telling yourself that I'll never have no money, then guess what? You done told your mind that, and now your mind is fulfilling it, because your mind don't understand. Your mind doesn't know, like, if it's not real or not. All your mind know is what you tell it, right? And it's so powerful. It has so much control over you, right? A lot of times people be thinking that they might get sick from something, like when this thing started happening. Everybody was thinking they were going to get sick from it. And the people that were really thinking that they'll get sick from it, they actually got sick from it, because they attracted that thing to them. All right, so do the reversals. Your ancestors want you to reverse that stuff. Your ancestors are saying, like, if they knew a lot of that stuff when they was coming up, they wouldn't have even done it. But now they know. So it's time to speak that life into yourself. It's time to activate positive things into your life. So start speaking positive to you. So instead of saying I don't have the money, right? Or I ain't got no money, just, you don't have the money for whatever it is that they want you to have the money for. Instead of I'm sick, I'm healing, or I'm being cured. Just talking these different things into your life. A lot of this stuff that you learn growing up, right? A lot of stuff that you learn growing up has helped shape your reality of today. Your ancestors, man, they coming through. Hey, they coming through swinging. They want you to begin planning. All right, they want you to continue planning, because you will have that material harvest. All you have to do is get yourself to believe that you're gonna have that material harvest. And guess what? hey, you're going to have the material harvest. All you see is the results. You don't see nothing else. You got to stop attaching yourself to the old you, because that's not who you are anymore. If you was the old you, you wouldn't even be on this channel. If you was who you used to be, you wouldn't be listening to me. You'll be over there watching Love and Hip Hop or something, all right? But your ancestors are saying all that stuff got to go. All of those ancestral beliefs, or all of those different types of beliefs that came from you culturally, that does not benefit you, that is negatively impacting you, you have to release that, all right? And so it's very specific. Not releasing all of your ancestral beliefs, but releasing the ancestral beliefs that has caused you to speak negativity to yourself, or to go and pray and offer up to your ancestors and still don't believe that they are going to do what they said they were going to do. All right? Your ancestors are not going to fail you. You have to believe that they're not going to fail you. Just as you are charging them up, they charging you up, but you got to continue to keep your positive charge. Because if you lose your positive charge, then your ancestors can't help you. But your ancestors want you to win. They want you to win. They're not going to put you in a situation to where you cannot win. Okay? So you have to surrender those beliefs. Okay? You have to surrender those beliefs. You have to surrender those fears. They're going to be on y'all about these fears. What I want y'all to do, I want y'all to write about these. I want y'all to write about these fears and prepare to release them on this next full moon. Because these things are the things that are holding you back. It's not that you can't get it. It's that you haven't got it because of what you're telling yourself. So your ancestors is really harping on you releasing that. Get yourself in solitude. Listen, you don't need to be out and about if you got all this other stuff going on. You need to sit down, plan, like they said, begin to plan. Sorry, I got off track, y'all. Begin to plan, focus on that plan, and you're going to begin to see a shift. You're going to begin to see a shift in the decisions that you make. You're going to see a shift in your money. You're going to see a shift in your finances. You're going to see a shift in your relationship. But you have to really talk to yourself in a way that you can make these things happen. That's why affirmations are so important, y'all. That's why them affirmations are so important. You have to believe it. Don't nobody got to believe it but you. And don't tell people what you're finna do before you do it. Tell them after you do it. Tell them after it's already done. Because if you tell them before, now you gotta, not only do you gotta work against your own insecurities, you have to work against their insecurities. Because now they're gonna try to either talk you out of whatever it is that you got going on, or they're gonna try to talk about you and send that negative mind magic your way, and you're gonna have to deal with that. You see what I'm saying? So listen, your ancestors got you. Hey, they got your back. They got y'all back. They really want y'all to focus on them, man. They want you, like said before, they want y'all to focus on the living, and they want y'all to focus on the deceased. All right? But you can't be afraid of them. You cannot be afraid of them. All right? I know Bloody Mary and everything scared you, but you got to surrender your fear of your ancestors. You can't be afraid of your ancestors. They are part of you. And your ancestors, some of them trying to figure out, like, how on earth do you waste all this time trying to get to know some guy, or trying to get to know some girl, or trying to make friends, or making time to detail your car? Because it's a necessity. Like, you gotta get your car clean. Because if your car ain't clean, you're gonna freak out, right? You gotta do this, because if you don't go get your nails done, you're not gonna feel secure enough. You gotta go get your hair done, because if you don't get your hair done, you don't feel pretty enough. But your ancestors saying, y'all put all that time into these material things, these things that you can't take with you, these things that don't serve nobody nobody other than the people outside of you. You're trying so hard to impress them, and you're trying so hard to make other people validate you, that you don't even put that same type of energy. You ain't even got to put all that energy. You just got to put a fraction of that energy. So they're saying, how dare you put all that energy into everything else, and then I get the breadcrumbs after I pass down my genetics to you, after when you look in the mirror you resemble me, after the blood that allows you to live came from me. How is it that I get the short end of the stick? I don't know who answers that with the short end of the stick. They trying to figure out how come you waste so much time and focus so much of your energy on all of the things that don't matter, on all of the people that don't matter, on everything that you can't take with you, yet they get a fraction of your time, or they get none of your time. So you ought to be ashamed. All right, so your ancestors are telling you, you need to commit time to them. Okay, you need to commit time to them. Surrender all them fears of your ancestors, y'all. Don't be afraid of your ancestors. They're part of you. They're part of you. Now, there are some that you don't work with because they're unwell, but you have to help get them well. You can't fault them for being unwell and you unwell yourself. You see what I'm talking about? You unwell, so you can't fault them for being unwell. You just help them to get well, and they're going to tell you what you got to do to help them get well. All right? So that's pretty much it, y'all. Listen, things are going to move. They going to move. Your ancestors are going to help them move. But your ancestors can't do that if you don't help your ancestors, y'all. If y'all don't help your ancestors. Listen, y'all done tried corporate America. Y'all done tried friends. Y'all done tried to rely on friends. Y'all done tried relationships. Y'all done been with these men and women and all that, and they done let you down and all that other stuff. And your mama done let you down. Your daddy done let you down. And all these different people done let you down. The person that you had to stay with because you was homeless let you down. The church let you down. Everything done let you down. Everything in this physical plane that you have focused your attention on, so much of your attention on, so much of your time on, so much of your energy on, has let you down. Yet, the one thing that can't let you down, because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be living or breathing. You haven't even tried yet, and you're scared of it. Come on now. All right? So that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. I hope this message gave y'all something to think about, something to journal about. I hope this message resonate with whomever it's supposed to reach, y'all. Whomever it's supposed to reach. But you have to surrender those different beliefs that are holding you hostage, and you have to surrender that fear of your ancestors. And I'll holler at you.